Everyone, I'm Dino Vidal, and welcome to tonight's Dino Vidal Show on Sirius XM Channel 127, Monday, October 11th. Well, the GOP's embrace of fascism is now complete. You know, people wonder, can it happen here? Yes, not only can it happen here, it is happening. By that I mean an authoritarian and fascist movement taking hold. You know, Trump had a rally over the weekend. He's had many rallies since January 6th. They're all dangerous because he keeps repeating the same lies that radicalize people to attack our Capitol on January 6th. The same way an ISIS recruiter repeats lies to radicalize people. What happened Saturday was more stunning. Prior to this Saturday's rally, when Donald Trump had his little horrific support of fascism events, the leading Republican officials of that state generally would not appear. In fact, the one in September, the governor of Georgia didn't go, the lieutenant governor didn't go, Secretary of State didn't go, and Trump, of course, bashed them, but they were not there. Saturday's rally in Iowa was different. Showing up at the rally was the governor, was Senator Chuck Grassley, one of the longest-serving senators in the history of this country, one of the senior Republicans, and various members of the House. What's find it really interesting is that Chuck Grassley and some of these members of the House were very vocal in denouncing Donald Trump after January 6th. Chuck Grassley especially, especially even in February after the impeachment trial, he denounced Donald Trump as being abusive, harassing election officials, spewing lies, and expressing grave concerns. But there he was on Saturday accepting the endorsement of Donald Trump. Why? Because politics, because power, because this GOP doesn't care about policy, they care about power at all costs. It is that simple. This is not a political movement. This is a fascist movement. Its idea is to acquire and retain power using undemocratic means, plus violence. That is the key for fascism. Experts have said that. And I'll remind you, in July, there was a CBS poll, 55% of Trump supporters view January 6th as an act defending freedom. Not as a terrorist act, but defending freedom. So while Donald Trump has spewed his lies before, this time he was there joined on stage by leading Republican officials. And Chuck Grassley goes up there and accepts the endorsement and is so proud of it. Meanwhile, for a half hour of Trump's rally, he's spewing the very lies that incited people that caused Chuck Grassley on January 6th to be whooshed off with a security detail to hide in fear in the Capitol. But a few months later, when you want to run for re-election, you accept the support of the man who incited a mob to kill you. This is how bad things are in our nation right now. I was on CNN earlier today, and on MS, I feel like I could be even more blunt about stuff, but on CNN today, I was given the opportunity to be more blunt because I just wrote an article about it. GOP is not going to be dissuaded with simply a few Republicans leaving their party. We must build a coalition of people, regardless of political affiliation or ideology, who believe in democracy. I don't care if we disagree on every other thing. If you believe in democracy, join our coalition. The 2024 election, if Trump is running, it doesn't matter the results. They will not certify enough. They will not certify in the states where Republicans control the legislature, even when Joe Biden wins, or whoever our Democratic candidate is, if Joe Biden chooses not to run. So what'll happen, it'll go to the House. And in the House, it's by delegation. And the Republicans will control the House by delegation because controlling one seat in a state like Wyoming gives you the entire delegation. And they will elect the president there. And they'll have the charade and the trappings of democracy, when in reality, it's fraud. It's rigged. This is how democracy dies, right here in front of us. I have to be blunt. And we'll talk about that more on my show today. I'm glad to see more and more people, historians, experts. Fiona Hill is coming on the show later this week. Even Brian Stetler from CNN, Bill Maher, who I don't like at all, laying this out. Trump attempted a coup. He's continuing. It's not over. The threat continues. In fact, it's more dire now. He's a dangerous man. And the question I have to ask is, where is Merrick Garland? Where is Merrick Garland? Why has Donald Trump not been charged for at least inciting a riot on January 6th? And if he's not convicted, so be, but the evidence is there to indict him. I say there's a lawyer, not as a partisan. It is clearly there. Charge him. Let's have his trial. If he's not convicted, we can live with it. So we'll talk about this more on my show tonight. The thesis is saving our democracy. That's what we're doing. We're saving our democracy. Thanks for tuning in to the preview of tonight's Dino Vidala Show. And again, my show's live 6 to 9 p.m. on SiriusXM. If you don't subscribe to SiriusXM, there are free trials. Sign up for a free trial. The stakes are too high. Join us. Keep re-signing up for free trials. I don't care. Join us. Call in. Be a part of this coalition. The coalition in support of democracy.